Pack, Set, Go. Traveling Podcast presents Travel Star Tuesday.
It's not for birds. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna do the intro because you always late. You always late, and then you try to come at house the guest like you said everything. You don't do nothing but show up. I'm confused.
Were you on time today?
I'm on time.
Showcrown, was he here at 3 o'clock when I was talking to you?
I was at 2:50. Matter of fact, welcome. This ain't Monday. This ain't Wednesday.
Okay,
this is Travel Star Tuesday. We ain't even gonna argue about this right now.
Oh man, they recording. Damn, I gotta
Yeah,
rest.
this live. We ain't got time to sit here and ask. Live and direct.
All right.
Travel Star Tuesdays. I'm Greg Dagoon. My brother right there, Mr. Smalls, aka El Lado, El Chapo, and our guest, DJ Showcrime. Now
Good.
Showcrime, before I even get to the story, your story,
Yeah.
just give them the people where they can find you at, like Instagram, social media. What do you do? Give them the whole thing.
If you don't know me by now, man, my main job, I DJ. Obviously, I DJ Showcrime, but I go by Show right now, pretty much. So find me on Instagram at Show Got It, Show GOTIT. I do photography as well. Been in nightlife for the past 10 years, from events to photography. So just a man of the people, man. Out here just making music and entertaining people. That's it. Yeah.
You're very, very talented.
Thank you, man.
DJ, take the pictures, do events. You do it all.
Yeah.
You like the
Now also Airbnb host. I'm an Airbnb guy too. So
wow.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now I've been trying to get you on the show for a while. It's been like probably over a year.
Yeah.
Technically, right? I've been asking you for a while, but you've been traveling. And our schedules hasn't really coincided to us being in America at the same time to do this podcast.
Yeah.
And I just want to share with you that, first of all, I love your pictures. I love all your countries you've been to because you go far away. You don't do the regular beating path like Smalls does. Bahamas, Jamaica, Cancun.
There's nothing wrong with those two.
Cancun. You know?
Quick fun fact: I've never been to Cancun in my life. Fun fact.
Well, Mr. Smalls could be your Airbnb host because he goes there every week.
Never been to Cancun in my life.
Well, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing much. So, I don't want to spill the whole entire podcast. This podcast is going to be ran differently, as you can tell, since I'm taking control of this podcast. You recently came back from a trip, and we're all travelers, and we always like to show the good side. But people don't get to see the bad side of what can go wrong and what does go wrong. They think every picture, every post, there's a beautiful story behind the picture. But can you just share what happened to you on your last trip? Because Smalls doesn't know. I know. And I don't know what happened. I just seen the results of what you posted.
Yeah. I'll be honest. It was a small debate about when I made the post to really dictate what happened fully. So I'll say this. There you go. Shit. Yeah, that was me. That was about 2 weeks ago. I was laid up. So I'll give you a little preface to the whole trip. So I pretty much decided to leave town again randomly by myself. I do group trips.
What country were you in?
I went to Portugal. Now, I was originally going to go to Greece. I've never been to Greece before. I have friends out there. They was like, yo, come through, da-da-da. And about last minute, they was like, listen, with lockdowns, don't come out here. It's going to be like not really worth it. So I was like, you know what? Where can I go close by? That's a vibe. I always want to go to Portugal. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Portugal's on the list. Let's do it. So I booked the flight. It wasn't that expensive. And then I'll just fast forward to why I thought it's going to be a great trip. So about a day and a half before I left town, my phone went this completely kaput. I couldn't make any phone calls. It was some thing on the phone I'd never seen before, brand new problem. So I took it to the Apple store at 1 a.m. because I had a flight in a day and a half. I was like, I gotta have my phone working. So I went to the Apple store at 1 a.m. Everyone there had never seen this problem before. I'm talking about everyone's like, we can't help you out. I can't make any phone calls. But I'll go back to the reason why it was dope to me, because when I got there, the first person to help me out was a random guy, but he was a filmmaker, and he had a film he had made that was being played in Portugal at this very same time we were talking. So I was like, oh shit, that's a dope sign for the universe. Okay, I made the right choice to go to Portugal, right? Now I decided Portugal by myself because I wanted to just reset by myself. I was like, I'm gonna go there, just go to the beach, relax. It wasn't about clubs, wasn't about just meeting chicks, whatever. It was about just resetting mentally because I had it's been a tough year for everybody. So let me just go out and reset by myself, come back to New York and just get back to the grind. So I left Apple Store 5 in the morning, and I was like, my phone's not fixed. I go to Apple Store in Long Island now. So I went to the 24-hour Apple Store in the city. Then I went to Long Island, the one out there in the Roosevelt Field Mall. Guess what? The guy from Portugal, another guy. So I'm like, back-to-back 24 hours, people in Portugal to help me out. This is just a sign, okay, great. I'm on the right path. I'm going to Portugal, perfect. So now we're going to fast forward. I got to Portugal about a day and a half, like a day later. So it's not a bad flight, about a 7-hour flight. Off the flight, I go to Airbnb, and I say, you know what? I'm going to start the trip right away. I go into a little sunset cruise. I go to Airbnb, their experiences, picked a random thing, and I went to like a little sunset cruise around the city. Dope. Sexy night, sexy first day, nice done. Now it's the following day. So not even 48 hours to this trip. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just get on my adventure shit now. Let me just get out. So I go to rent a bike. You can rent bikes out there, like European bikes. So they're like scooters, but not scooters, but they're motorbikes that go pretty fast, like 60 miles per hour, 80 miles per hour on the parkway. So I decided to go to a city close by. I went to Lisbon first, which is the capital. I went to a city called Sintra, which is about 45 minutes away by the bike. So I got the bike, rented it, and I asked the guy, like, listen, do I have to wear a helmet out here? Because we're from New York. Like, you got to wear a helmet? He's like, yeah, you have to. It's the law. I'm like, you know what? Let me not wild out. Let me wear a helmet. So I put the helmet on. I drive around. I never buckled the helmet at all. I had it on my head, this New Yorker having a good time. Not ODing, but, doing my little thing around the city. And I never buckled the helmet up at all the whole trip. So I go down to the place called Sintra, do my little tour of the castles, and just have a good time out there. Now I'm driving back to the Airbnb. And I'm on the parkway, and I swear to God, something was like, just pull over real quick. I couldn't tell you what told me. I said, pull over. I pulled over. I had my GoPro on me. I had my wallet out. I had my keys, like, in the little cubby area of the bike. And I said, let me put everything in my bag. So my camera, put everything in the bag, in my book bag on my back. So everything's locked up safe. And something's like, yo, buckle the strap up, bro. Just buckle it up. Just be safe. Not even 5 minutes later, I woke up like on the side of the road. Like I was, yeah. So what happened was this: I was trying to go around a car on the bike, and I ended up getting into a turning lane. So I will admit I was going pretty fast for a turning lane, but I was able to slow down. I thought to a good degree, but it was it was sandy out there, so it was sand on the ground on the pavement on the parkway, and the bike just went. I flew off the bike, face first. So you can see right here, and I feel good now showing the picture of my face because the first week was just like mayhem. But I have a little scarring here now. It's just too bad. Over here too. I had stitches here on my lip. What's going on here? Nose a lot better. You probably can't see too much because of the camera, but I have discoloration here. I had burns on my hand. Some of my tattoos they're coming back to color wise, but coloring hair. All this stuff got pretty much burned off because I was wearing a tank top and shorts. I got stitches in my knee right now too. Just you can't see that, but my leg got burns on it. But for the most part, it was a face. And even right now, look, I can't move the side of my eyebrow at all. Only this can move. I'm trying right now to move. I can't move it. So I have nerve damage right now still. It may be permanent. I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty much I went face first into the pavement. Luckily, I had a helmet on, and that saved most of the head trauma. But I woke up with it. I woke up on the side of the road. Luckily, it was a construction worker that was literally there, just happening to do construction. He found me, and this is my first time ever being knocked out, like beside like a fight or some shit, whatever. And I remember being in a dream world, and a guy like waking me up, and I came to reality, like, oh shit, this is really reality. I'm bleeding, and I was gushing blood, wounds. I took a little video of it day of just to have for later references. I didn't put that online because I didn't want to do so much, but. Yeah, it was very traumatic, man. Seeing that much blood come out your face and your hands and you saw my face. It was quite traumatic. And then luckily, I said the guy was there and he called the ambulance for me because I didn't speak Portuguese. He called the ambulance and they came in about 15, 20 minutes. I just sat in the grass for 20 minutes and just soaked in this traumatic experience, man. It was kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, first I want to say I'm glad you're here to tell us about it.
Yeah.
Scars and scrapes definitely heal, but
yeah, they heal. Yeah.
I mean that's a remarkable story. But see, oftentimes, like Mr. Goon was saying earlier, we hear about the fun times. I got drunk and woke up with 5 girls around me. I got walking with my girlfriends. I walk with two male dancers around me. Whatever.
Whatever, whatever hits your boat. Yeah.
Yeah, but people never tell you about, I got pickpocketed at knife point. Somebody broke into my hotel room with my passport. People don't really tell about those sides of the story, but it happens. People do get injured as well. Now, did you seek medical attention in a foreign country?
Oh, I had to. I was an ambulance. I had to be an ambulance. There was no way I was walking away from that accident. It was. You got to go to the hospital right now. So after this happened, about 2 more people stopped over, like bikers stopped over to like help me out. And we waited, and I was just, they happened to, again, put a t-shirt on my face and just kept the bleeding to minimum. And I never forget the ambulance people, Andrew and Andrea. They were pretty cool, spoke a little bit of English. And I will admit, for Portugal, their English is pretty good. So I wasn't too worried, like, I'm like lost. You'll find someone speaks English to a certain degree. So it wasn't like, what are you guys saying? So they came. And this is kind of fucked up, but this is a mindset of being in America, man. I remember being in an ambulance thinking, besides my health, I was worried about this bill. No, seriously. I remember being like, saying to myself, all right, you okay? You're alive. And then after that was, how much is it going to cost? Just being trained, like in the American, trained that way, living here, just worried about bills. Like going to hospital, worried about your health. And I didn't say it out loud, but it was to myself, my internal thoughts the entire time. I didn't tell anybody right away. I went to the hospital, and I was dealing with that for a couple hours. And when the picture you put up a little earlier, that was about late at night when I finally settled in. So I'm like 5 hours ahead from New York time. So when I put it up is because a lot of folks didn't know I left town. I leave town just by myself randomly sometimes. I left town, and also people would hit my phone up for business, and I was like, let me people know like I'm alive. I'm out of the country. I'm alive. But I'm also, fucked up. So let me have the time to decompress and deal with this. If I don't answer you, this is why I'm not answering you. So when I put the post up, I didn't even tell people I was out of the country. I just said, I'm injured. But a lot of folks had no idea I was by myself in a foreign country dealing with that.
Wow.
Dealing with that. So it was a very big mental challenge for me too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell my mom. I'm close to my mom. I love her to death. But I didn't tell her. I called my brother. I told a few of my boys, and that was it. Like I'm out of the country, I'm in the hospital, but I'm alive. And this, give me a couple of days to get back to it, and we'll see where I'm at.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's different. Now, oftentimes people ask me now. This is a question I've been asked multiple times over the years. How does it work when you go to like a medical facility in another country? Do they ask you for a credit card? Do they ask you for your insurance? Who's your primary care physician?
This is interesting because, again, thinking, okay, I'm about to have a hefty bill, it came to my attention later on that this country was, I think, a socialist country, so healthcare is free out there. So if I'm being honest, I paid, all I paid for was they gave me antibiotics and they gave me some, medication afterwards. Maybe $80 I spent. You know what I'm saying? That's $80. That was it. Everything else, they asked me if I lived in Lisbon, if I lived in Portugal. I said, no, I'm visiting. And that was extended, but they asked for my passport, and that was it. I may get a bill later, I don't know. But as I know right now, it's freebie. It was a listen, you're hurt, we're gonna take care of you. And I really, it's a gift and a curse, accident, but in a country where, they took care of me. By the way, shout out to Portugal. The healthcare system is amazing. The hospitals are clean. The doctors are super attentive. It wasn't, I didn't feel alienated at all. I didn't feel like as a foreigner, whatever. I felt taken care of. So shout out to Dr. Farah. She watches this one day. Dr. Vera was dope, and they took real care of me out there for a couple of days. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I know some countries that if that would have happened to, you wouldn't even survived. Just the trauma, just alone, just because from the wreck to the hospital could have been an hour transportation. Like kind of like in Brazil, like in the favelas, it's an hour to the main road. And then from the main road to the hospital is another hour. Yeah. So, God forbid. And also like you said, like the healthcare systems, even with anesthesia, certain type of medication, we don't know what type of qualifications they have. We have the FDA, we have, certain guidelines we have to follow. In other countries, they may not even have.
We have a board out here. We have a board certified for this.
Yeah.
I was worried about it, but as soon as I got to the hospital and I saw just the way it was set up, honestly, before I met the doctor, before the way it's set up, the smell of it, everything, it just felt I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
It put you at ease.
It put me at ease, and that's important, man. Like, you're dealing with that kind of situation, you're by yourself somewhere else, and you're dealing with injuries. You want to feel like, all right, I'm in good hands. So I definitely was more than happy. I went back actually so I'll give you more about the trip pretty much. I'll just go fast forward. So again, to me, it was a mental getaway. I went there to get away mentally, to this reset, and I spent a few days in the hospital by myself thinking about, okay, what's going to be the long-term lesson out of this?
Yeah.
And obviously I'm still dealing with 2 weeks ago, so it could be 2 months, 2 years, 5 years. You never know until you see the big picture. But, I was like, all right, this is a reset. I asked for reset. The universe, we're going to give you a hard reset.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm going to tell what I have to do after that. Airbnb. So I had planned out 2 Airbnbs. I was staying in Lisbon, and I was going to another city called Faro in Lagos. Not Africa. Lagos is another city in Portugal. And these are like beach cities. Portugal's pretty big, and they have different areas. So Lisbon's the main capital, but further down, like 4 hours away, is like the beach area. That's where people Portugal go to like hang out in the summertime. So like our Hamptons to them. I'm saying, so everyone goes to Lagos and Faro. It's like, cool. I'm gonna do 3 days Lisbon, and then 4 days in Faro, Lagos, and then go to Spain. Spain's next door. So I had a plan to just dip out and go to Spain, right next door. Obviously that didn't happen. So I spent my 3 days in Lisbon in the hospital. So my Airbnb, I have to leave my Airbnb. So again, dealing with other shit besides my health, I'm like, I gotta call the Airbnb guy, let him know I can't. I'm fucked right now. So I call him early in the morning, the following day, my checkout day, and I'm like, listen, I'm in the hospital, bro. Like, I don't tell you, but I can't leave. They won't let me leave. They won't let me leave at all. I can't leave right now under their guidance. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Again, everyone's just super friendly out there. I'll take care of it. He packed my bags for me. And I was like, listen, the guest is coming at 6 p.m., 8 p.m. If you get here by then, just chill out and you can leave before they come. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So, luckily I got out like around 5 p.m. out of the hospital. So I've been in 2 days. I get out 5 p.m. on my third day. So I missed my check-in for my other Airbnb in Faro. So I'm leaving my Airbnb. So I'm going to Airbnb in Lisbon. I'm banged up. How you see me now? I had band-aids here. This is like wrapped up. So I look like a black mummy in Lisbon. Like I'm looking like I'm sticking out no matter what. So I'm hobbling around because my movement was super limited. And I'm like, this is horrible. I'm staying in Alfama, which is one of the oldest districts in Lisbon. It's a super hilly district. It's all hills. So I'm like, how am I gonna do this shit? I have to catch a bus tonight to go to Faro 4 hours away with luggage. And mind you, I'm DJing, so I brought my speakers with me, brought my turntables.
Oh,
I had planned a whole visual thing out there. So I'm lugging 3 bags around Lisbon, Portugal. So I get to the Airbnb, I decompress for 20 minutes. My bags are packed. So again, shout out to the Airbnb guy. He packed my bags for me. Shout out to him. Packed it up. I'm lugging this stuff downstairs. I'm lugging it down hills. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got to go to Faro. So I go to the bus terminal, hop on a 4-hour bus ride to go to this beach city 4 hours away. And I'm like, cool, I'm in the beach city. Problem number 3 happens. I can't get inside my Airbnb. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, the time difference.
Village. So, not time difference. So I've been communicating with the other Airbnb guy this whole time. Like, listen, I'm going to come the day after. It's like, cool. I'm half an hour away. Cool, no problem. I get there. I get the code for the lockbox because it's a self-check-in on Airbnb. I get it out. And put the key in the door. It don't fit.
What?
I'm like, what? So I text the guy on the Airbnb app. No reply. I'm like, come on, man. So again, I'm again all injured, battered up. Look, it's 1 a.m. Super quiet beach village. So I go downstairs, go around the building. I said, is it abandoned? I'm looking at the bottom floor. It looks super abandoned. I go to the back. There's a staircase goes upstairs. I go upstairs. It's locked. I'm like, it don't work. I'm like, how am I getting in? So I call Airbnb. It's 2 a.m. now. I'm tired. I traveled 4 hours from a whole different city. I'm banged up by myself. So I call Airbnb. Listen, I can't get my Airbnb. I think it's a fraud. Help me out. What do I do? It's like, well, we can call them. Give us an hour. So we can do. So I wait an hour outside by myself with my thoughts.
Yeah.
I was with my thoughts like, what's this trip about? Like, what's happening to me right now while I'm going through this? So I'm sitting out there just with my bags again on the porch. I get a call back an hour later. Like, we're sorry, we can't get a hold of him. Maybe we can get your refund maybe tomorrow, but this
Wow.
try to figure it out. So like, you know what?
One something in the morning.
No, now it's 2 in the morning. So I got there 1. Now it's 2 in the morning. So now I'm like, my thoughts like, you know what? Show this. Take a power nap. I took a power nap on the porch. Take a power nap for 2 hours. Come back, reassess what you're gonna do, and figure it out. Because you're not going out like this. It's cool. It's a journey, but it's what makes you. So I take a little 2-hour nap. I go to my luggage, put a little t-shirts on my body. You know, I put a little sweatpants on my body, make a little fake blanket outside. I'm sleeping on the porch for 2 hours. Wake up, and I say to myself, well, I can't go in the front door, but the back door seems like I can break into this apartment.
New York style.
Yeah, let me break. If I break in, fuck it. Let me break in this shit. And if it's haunted, it's haunted. If it's not, fuck it. I'm gonna stay in the shit for the night.
What's the beanie charge out there?
Yeah, like what's gonna happen? Like, look, you feel bad for me. So I go to the back. Now again, I'm battered up. So this is it's a process. With my bags, a 20-minute process to go to the backyard. So I go to the backyard, go up the steps. I get in the building somehow. Don't worry about that. I get in the building somehow. And what do I see right there? A door. It says number 5. I look at my key, number 5. I'm like, oh shit, I am in the right building. I just couldn't get in the front door. So I get inside, open that particular door to my apartment, because it was like a shared big apartment. I take the biggest nap ever. I'm like, yo, I'm done. I knock out. Like I'm finally here. I made it. 8 hours. I take a power nap. Over the following day to the Airbnb, you know, calling me, and the guy calling me. He comes over like, I'm so sorry. Don't happen. Don't happen to you. He's like, well, wait. You only have 1 key. There's 2 keys. Are you serious? Come to find out there was 2 keys in the fucking lockbox. I didn't see the second key.
Yeah.
But here's what happened though. That key still didn't fit.
Oh.
I took that key out to try to work the door. It didn't work. So either way, I wouldn't have gotten in the building.
He had
4 backup keys he gave me, and none of them worked. He ended up giving me his own personal key to get in the building. So either way, I'd have been outside. But
so the moral of the story is, what I'm gathering is, that even though you, in your mind, you have a certain reset of your life or your month, and it didn't go as you planned, it was meant to happen this way, because you came back to America a changed person, obviously.
Yeah.
Your patience level is grown tremendously, you know, because we don't have patience in America alone. Like, I've been trying to tell people, like, they need to have Afghanistan type patience, to wait 20 years for something to do something, you know, for a change. Like, we're so quick to want stuff now. I can't get my Airbnb.
Especially,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like we're so fast.
New York is fast paced.
And I'm sure, like, if you had to just wrap it up in a minute and just give us a recap on how has this trip changed you, and what are you going to do differently going forward in your life?
Oh, okay. Quick recap. I'll say this, you know, and it's cliche, but sometimes cliches make sense. You know, life is short. You know, attack while you can. You know what I'm saying, attack your goals while you can. Attack your whatever you think. Maybe I shouldn't. Just do it. You know what I'm saying, and the results after that, if it was good or bad, fuck it. Well, you did it though. You tried. You know what I'm saying, there's a lot of things I had in the back burner that I've already went full steam of since I've been back. You know what I'm saying, so you have to just take advantage of your youth, your mobility. You know, why you can, because it can be gone. I can have no hands right now. My hands are my living. Say I work with my hands, and my hands are banged up, and they're just now healing up. I can, you know, have my first gig last night, DJing last night. You know, so my hands are back to mobility. You just never know.
Gotcha. Right, but you know what I'm gonna do with my hands right now is I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
We should. Yeah, that's an amazing story. I'm sure the nurses and doctors that took care of you are going to hear this episode, because we're global. This episode will be played in Portugal, Spain. It's a global podcast. They're going to hear it. As long as they have the link, they're going to hear it.
I'll send it to them.
Yeah, definitely send it to them, because this is an amazing story. And like I said, just to recap, a lot of these trips that people see and post, they never ever show you the other side. And there's always another side, but they never ever show you the true side of a trip. And we even talk about the bike being damaged, the insurance coverage. That's just common sense stuff that people overlook. That bill, you know what I'm trying to say? So that's a whole nother podcast. But you know, yeah, you know, and you know, like I said, I'm glad that you're alive. I'm glad that you are able to see that you've been blessed. Before you even got on the plane, you were blessed. And now you understand the greatness you have within yourself to go chase your dreams and never wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. You know, like I've been in multiple bike accidents, you know, so I'm very appreciative of my hands and my eyesight. You know, So I definitely understand where you came from and what light you saw after the accident happened, because you saw the light. You saw the light, and you definitely sound much more calmer. You always been calm, but you sound like a different level of appreciation for your other side of your face that's not damaged, and for your other elbow and your other leg and your other finger and your other ear that you never took appreciation for. And I tell people that, you always have to take stuff for appreciation, So I just want to thank you. I'm glad I waited a whole year for this podcast.
Timing, man.
It's unfortunate to happen on a bad story, because we like good stories, but this is a real story. And where can the people find you if they ever need you to DJ? Because you're an awesome DJ and you're an awesome photographer. I'm not even saying because I know you. Like they could just see your work on your page for itself.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Again, you can find me. DJ page is Show Got It, SHOWGOTIT, and my photography page is Shot by Show. Shot by Show, man. So everything's Show. YouTube page coming soon. That was part of the reason I went out there. So look out for that in the future. But I'm on my travel vlog stuff. So, and to answer your question earlier, will I go back? 100%.
Okay, so you're going back.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. That's
of course.
Get back on that bike too. 1 down, 5 up. You already know, or 4 up.
Listen, man, you're gonna get challenges, but it can never deter you. It has to build you and make you say, all right, next time I do things. Oh, also travel insurance. I will now get travel insurance. I've never had it before, but I'm now in a foreign country. I'm going to get travel insurance 100%.
That's a good tip. That's a very, very good tip.
I've never ever bought that in my life, but now
we have.
Yeah, not every time, but yes, we have.
We have. Depends where we're going. Depends where we're going to. But definitely travel insurance for everywhere else except Cancun.
I'm going. Listen, Smalls. Let me know when you.
Yeah, you Smalls go. All right.
I got to figure it out one day.
One day.
Well, what we are going to figure out right now is, once again, we want to thank our guest today, our fellow traveler, our travel enthusiast, DJ, cinematographer, photographer, man of many skills, many hats. So you have a remarkable story to tell. Your testimony is very inspirational, my brother. I salute you once again. You know where to find them at, people, for any questions, comments, or concerns. And, most importantly, tell a friend to check us out every Tuesday, Travel Star Tuesdays. It's the Lifestyle Brothers, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the Lifestyle Brothers. My favorite of them all is www.thelifestylebrothers.com. You can see all these amazing stories and more, dope content. But definitely check out Show Crime, because like I said, his photography is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Shot by Show.
Is he really a DJ masquerading?
Yeah, you a DJ or you a photographer? Or you like? I'm confused.
That's all of a story, but
Yeah, that's the.
I started DJing after photography, so I did photography first.
We will bring you back.
Yeah, photography. Yeah,
like a D Nice type of vibe. You guys are familiar with D Nice, DJ D Nice?
Yeah.
Phenomenal photographer as well. People don't remember that. He's a phenomenal photographer, and as well as a DJ. So I said, "Wow, Show Crime giving those type of vibes."
Yeah, definitely.
We appreciate you, my brother. We salute you, and we're glad you're here to tell us all about your amazing journey.
I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you guys for having me, for real. I appreciate it.
Salute.
Cool, my brother. So
all right.
Fly far, fly often, fly frequently, but just make sure you get out there and take the first step.
And I gotta do my signature call. Everybody knows my call.
Who wants to hear your call, brother?
Everybody knows my call.
You were late today. Nobody wants you were late today.
All right, I want to do it today. Out of respect. I want to do it today.
Thank you.
There you go. You had to do it.
I had to do it.
We've been cleared for landing. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Thank you for your support. It keeps us motivated to keep doing what we do. To find out more about us, you can catch us at www.thelifestylebrothers.com. On Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can find us at the same name, The Lifestyle Brothers. And if you want to find some dope cinematic shots, bloopers, travel reels, be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel, The Lifestyle Brothers. Once again, on behalf of Goon and myself, we thank you.